Welcome to the Varicose Vein Induction Course online on demand. This is our first words about this course as an introduction. And I would like to share with you some thoughts about varicose veins, some definitions, some approaches, and some rules of the course. First of all, about varicose veins, let me tell you, this is a very silent health problem. First of all, 30% of the population has some kind of varicose veins. And when you focus women above 50 years old, probably you are going to find more than 70% of some sort of varicose veins. So it's a very prevalent disease. And this is truly important. Let's go to the definition. So varicose vein, we are talking about veins dilated and very tortuous in the extremities or limbs. That's for definitions. We don't see veins or varicose veins on the other areas of the body. So we're talking about lower limbs. And there are a lot of types of varicose veins actually. For academic purposes, so the CEAP classification, CEAP, is a very complex classification, and as I told you, is much more academic. For our course, we are going to use a very simple definition. So only three types of varicose veins. First, bulging veins, about 3 millimeters in diameter. Second, reticular veins between 1 to 3 millimeters, and spider veins or telangiectasia less than 1 millimeter in diameter. This classification is very simple, but it's going to be absolutely useful for practical reasons in order you to understand how we have organized this course in a very systematic way. So talking about symptoms and complications, well, everybody knows a little bit about this. You are physicians. And then the most important point here is this. So swelling, heaviness, some itchings, cramps, etc. are those the most important symptoms of varicose veins. But be careful. Sometimes leg pain or leg ache, so it's not exactly varicose veins. So when the patient says that she or he's got some kind of pain, so you have to think about some complications of varicose vein. Most probably phlebitis or thrombosis. So talking about complications, there are some important complications here. Probably the most frequent of them is thrombosis inside the varicose veins or in the saphenous vein pathway. And this is important because always they have some chance of going to the deep system and then to the lungs. The other complications are trophic changes of the skin of the legs, especially the inner side of the ankles. So this is very important. Coming from pigmentation to the ulceration of the legs. Complications at the end of the day. And the other thing is venous hypertension. There is a lot of symptoms in relation with this, but one of the most tragic and important symptoms are bleeding. Sometimes the varicose vein can like a rupture of the vein, and then you have a bleeding. Sometimes it's very silent. So venous hypertension again. So when we say this, the other problem that we have seen for a long time is that varicose veins as illness is also a problem of cosmetic and self-esteem, especially for women. You cannot believe many times that I have heard women that they don't use bath suit or they don't go to the swimming pool or the beaches because of varicose veins. So this is a very interesting problem, because at the same time you have an illness, you have also a problem which is cosmetic. And now, going to our course, why we deliver a course for non-specialist doctors? Well, first of all, because this is a very prevalent disease. On the other hand, treatment have changed a lot last few years. If you think about this, probably when I was in my training as a general surgeon and afterwards as a vascular surgeon, so the treatment for varicose vein, bulging veins, are only surgical treatments. And you need to be a surgeon. There is no other way. So you have to go to the hospital just for a couple of days under spinal anesthesia or general anesthesia. So you need an assistant. That's absolutely a whole process of operation. As everybody knows, it's a very conventional or traditional way. But this has changed a lot last few years. I'm talking about last 25 years. Coming from this open surgery to a minimally invasive procedures in office, in an outpatient, is amazing how you can do your treatment today in their office, in an ambulatory way, under local anesthesia. And now we're facing another step, which is HIFU. It means that probably we're going to use only ultrasound waves in order to seal the point of reflux inside the saphenous vein. Amazing. From open surgery to a robotic, non-invasive procedures in less than 25 years. Obviously, how medicine has changed a lot last few years, but in this particular case, varicose veins has changed dramatically. And the good news are this, that probably you don't need today to be a general surgeon or a vascular surgeon for doing veins. Obviously, you need a treatment. You need some kind of training. You need to know all the treatment that you have available today. But you don't need to be a surgeon as a traditional surgeon that we know anytime. So that's opened the door for you to explore this new specialty.